Hi, friends. This is Wendy Harrop, and welcome to the Say Yes to Yourself podcast. On the Say Yes to Yourself podcast, you'll hear stories from women just like us who are adding the practice of saying yes in their daily lives in big and small ways, and as a result, are experiencing the truth that everybody wins when you say yes to yourself. Saying yes to yourself is a graceful unfolding, an intentional becoming of the very best version of you. It is my hope that in these conversations, we are able to find our truth and be inspired and empowered to live our very best lives. I'm so excited to go on this journey with you, and I look forward to finding a bit of our own story in each other's. Hey, friends. Welcome back to the podcast. I am so happy to have you here and so grateful that you choose to spend some time with me each week, listening to these beautiful conversations from fabulous women just like us who are saying yes to themselves in big and small ways. I know I've told you before that recording this podcast is probably my favorite thing of all of the favorite dreamy things I get to do. And I love it so much. And when I receive beautiful messages from you that you love it too, I just am overwhelmed with gratitude and love and appreciation for the way that this medium has us so connected to each other. So I have had some changes to my team. My fabulous podcast producer is no longer working with me to bring you this beautiful offering. And, the old me would have gone into a bit of a panic and thought, oh, okay, I'm going to figure out how to do this and we're not going to miss a beat, or I'm going to figure out how to hire someone new and I'm not going to miss a beat. And, there was a lot of no beats being missed in that. Instead, I breathed deeply. I asked God, how would you have me navigate these next steps? And I heard that there is power in the pause. And so after 106 episodes with no break, I'm going to take a bit of a pause. Now, a pause is a great idea if it's yours, but not always fun if you're the recipient of somebody else taking a break. And so I don't want you to lose this connection or this habit that you've created for yourself that is bringing you joy. So I've gone back through some of our episodes and have chosen some of my favorite conversations to reshare here with you, in hopes that you will be inspired by these conversations, even if it's the second time you're listening to it, and that you will have some fresh perspective on words that you've even heard before. So thank you so much for indulging me these next few weeks of some of my favorite conversations from the archives, and know that I'm not sitting around doing nothing during this time. I've got some fabulous things I'm working on, something I'm really excited to share with you called the Say Yes Sisterhood. So more details coming up on that. This is just a more intentional way to spend these last weeks of 2023. Sometimes it's time to learn a new skill, and sometimes there is power in the pause. So I celebrate you in whatever season you're finding yourself in. I hope that you are being really intentional about saying yes to yourself, as I am. And I will see you on the other side. I hope you enjoyed that conversation as much as I did. As always, any links or notes mentioned can be found at phineaswrighthouse.com in the podcast section of our site or in the show notes below. And if you haven't connected with me personally, come find me on Instagram at Phineas Wrighthouse and let me know you listened to this episode. I'd love to get to know you. Thank you for sharing this time with me. I know your days are full, and I'm really grateful that you chose to spend some of your precious time right here. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss any of these delightful conversations. I'll see you next week.